Take a lap. Lots of laps.
Oh, God damn.
What's going on, everyone? From TrueTan Wrestling, you're watching Hot Ones with Wrestlers. It's a show with hot questions and even hotter wings. I'm your host, Tanner McHugh, and today I'm joined by the Barrels themselves, Jarod Miller and Dom Shelley. They're a tag team duo with the BW wrestling team that everybody loves. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Good. Glad to be here.
How do you guys handle spicy food?
Hopefully well.
Yeah, usually good, but we'll see.
That's awesome. Just for anyone who doesn't know, 10 wings, several question interview, get a little bit hotter as we go. So, gentlemen, let's get this first wing. Full wing.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys need any ranch or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So first question we got. Some questions I'll direct them at both of you, and some will just be like, we'll go Juice and then Dom. So Juice, what was it like growing up in Greenville, but wrestling for Reynolds, a historic wrestling school? And more importantly, what was it like when you were younger, growing up in such an environment like that? And then who did you guys like look up to? Like, who was the wrestler when you were young for Reynolds that was like, wow, he's the man?
So it was really interesting because it was like an environment that was just like, you know, those guys didn't lose, and that was like what was ingrained in us from the beginning too. It was like, I don't know, it was just a higher standard. I don't know, some of the guys that come to mind are like Mason Beckman, who ends up being a 2-time All-American. Both Matthews brothers, Austin and Adam. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but Adam was really good too. He was a state runner-up. Yeah, but both of the Duns, like stuff like that, those guys were just different.
And then Dom, what was it like growing up in Mentor, which I know has a lot of sports with some history? And then who's a celebrity now? Or I mean, there's people who play in the NFL from Mentor. So what was that like growing up like that?
Yeah, obviously a big name is Mitch Trubisky. Went to high school with him.
Did you know him?
No, I was in 8th grade the year that he graduated, but I actually played youth football with his younger brother, so I've been around the Trubisky family. But yeah, that's probably the biggest name out of Mentor, quarterback for the Steelers now. So yeah, I mean, looking up to him, just seeing what Mentor can do, like the kind of athletes they can produce, it was just cool to see growing up, especially someone that I had known the majority of my life.
So this is just like a simple question. Where did the name Barrels come from? I'm just kind of curious for our viewers. I'm sure they're wondering.
I was thinking about it today, and I couldn't decide like who named us like at the very beginning, but then I think it was Chuck and Dante, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
Charlie Nash and Dante Giannetti, I believe.
Huh. It was our freshman year, going into the off season. I remember we were lifting a lot, and remember I was hanging out with Charlie and Dante, and I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to be built like a barrel after this off season, just get real big. And they're like, built like a barrel. I'm like, yeah, like barrel chested. So then I think from there on out, we just started going as the Barrels, and it's kind of turned into something more than a nickname. So.
That's awesome. And then kind of my real question, that was more just like a viewer question. So Juice, you first. You got to watch one of your best friends, Cole Matthews, All-American. What was that kind of like? And then growing up with someone and then just being so supportive of him throughout.
Dude, I mean, it was so awesome to finally see him, you know, get to where I knew he was gonna get. I mean, he still has 2 more years left. My glasses are fogging up.
Sweating.
He still has 2 more years. I could really see him getting to the top. Like he's a dog. Like everything he's getting has come to him because he's like, you know, worked really hard to get where he's at. He's a great dude. But yeah, it was awesome.
That's awesome. And then Dom, I know we were all there. What was it like seeing your little brother do so well this year at state? I know you were a wreck.
Yeah. So actually, we were in Iowa for our national tournament, the D3 tournament. Trying to watch my brother down in Columbus. It was awesome just because like talking to him every night, just knowing all the hard work he puts in. It's really cool to see him, you know, meet some of his goals. Obviously, he wants to be at the top of that podium, but he's got 2 more years to do that. It's just really cool, and I'm glad now that I'm going to be graduated, I'll be able to be more involved in his training and be around him more, but just super proud of him. it's come a long way.
Two really supportive friends and brother right here, so perfect time to move to wing number 3. So I'm really curious, pre-BW, pre-college, besides wrestling, what kind of got you guys to BW? What were some aspects that really stuck out to you? We'll start with you, Dom. We'll switch it up.
Yeah, so my situation's a little unique, as I'm actually the first class of engineers to graduate from Baldwin Wallace, so a little bit of a leap of faith jumping into a brand new major at a school for the first time. But I think the biggest thing, outside of wrestling, obviously, just like being close to home, the proximity to home. You get real good one-on-one help with your teachers due to the small class sizes. It just kind of felt like home. I know that I went to a bigger high school, and I just felt like a smaller college atmosphere would do me better than a bigger school. So it kind of checked all the boxes, even outside of wrestling. But wrestling definitely helped.
That's dope. And then Juice, what were your pre-thoughts coming in? Also, were you two looking at any other schools?
I looked other places, but like, it was like all wrestling visits, a couple football visits, but just like stuff like that. I knew I was going to go to school for athletics of some sort. I really liked BW because just how close it was to Cleveland. It was like, almost like a perfect spot. And then, Dom mentioned really small class sizes. I graduated with like 82 kids in high school. So I think like the most kids I had in a class in high school was like 14, and then it's been about the same here, so it's been really nice.
How many kids you graduate with, Dom?
Like 660, so yeah, pretty close to the size of the graduating class this year for BW. So. Working our way.
Wait, when do they get hot?
You'll see. It's alright.
I get nervous.
Maybe we're just go with hot stuff. So Dom, I'm glad you kind of brought up a little bit about your education. I'm really curious how it feels. You're a week away, less than a week away from being a BW graduate. But like you said, a unique scenario. You're going to be the second person, just because you're the second person walking with an engineering degree from BW. How does it feel to be like the historic first class of a brand new major?
It's exciting. There's a lot of times freshman year, obviously you have those doubts, like, are you going to be able to do this? It's a tough major no matter where you go, but I'm really proud of it. It's something I'll hold near and dear to me, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's something that I don't think I really understood, like the magnitude of it, like going through school, but now that I'm getting closer, I kind of realize like how special that opportunity is.
Yeah, for sure. And then Juice, talk us through your academic journey. I know it might have been a little rocky at first, but now you're
to say the
crushing.
least.
You're crushing school. Just how did you rebound so well?
Yeah, so obviously everybody knows that. Like, I always make fun of myself. Like, my first semester I had a 2.2, and like coming in, I was like an honor student in high school. My dad, I thought he was gonna kill me. Like, it was different, but I don't know. I switched majors after my first semester. I went undecided for 3 semesters after my first semester, and then decided on business administration, and it just like was really interesting to me. It fit me, and I've been kind of crushing that since. Got like earned academic All-American this year. Just doing really well in school. So yeah, it was awesome.
Wow, that is awesome. Really came around, and it's
Yeah,
good to
no
hear you,
kidding.
Dom, kept trucking along too.
Yeah. Coach Astro played a big part in both of me and Jared's turnarounds in the classroom, so shout out to him.
Mm-hmm. For sure. What? How many people are graduating with an engineering degree?
Me and one other guy, he's on the football team. Yeah, so just 2 of us. So,
Dang,
but
2 athletes too, which is
Yeah.
impressive.
Wasn't there a class above you though first?
Yeah, there was a class above me, and I believe some of them transferred. And but yeah, this is the first class, so we're on the road to accreditation. So, and all the classes below are multiplying in size, so it looks good for the engineering major at BW.
That's awesome. Something special growing with both of you for sure. So. Let's go.
Halfway.
How you guys feeling? Everything doing all right?
Oh yeah, that's all.
Oh, perfect.
I feel like I can go the other way with this.
No liquids touched either. Oh,
Yeah,
That's
I
the
know.
goal.
I'll polish that off in a little bit. So we like to do a segment on this show called Explain That Grain, where we do a deep dive on our guest Instagram and find interesting pictures that need more context. So Juice, we'll start with you. This is a throwback to when you were a cowboy, so I'm just kind of curious.
I was a savage.
A throwback to when you were a savage. I'm just kind of curious what that kind of was like, what this event was back when you were a little kid, and just fill us in.
Alright, so basically, my grandpa, he owns like a legit farm back where I'm from. Like, we have a whole bunch of acres and stuff too, like my actual house, but my grandpa has an actual farm with like horses and cows and stuff. And every year he would put us on horses and we would go ride around in this like little parade and like show us horses and stuff. And I think I was, I would have been probably 5 or so in that picture, but yeah, I won that parade that year and I felt like a little stud.
You won the parade? Wow.
I sure did, yeah.
How old are you again?
Really 5.
5?
I'd say, yeah.
Alright, so Dom, we did do a deep dive on your Instagram, but there's only one picture and it's pretty recent.
Yeah.
So what I kind of want you to do is just dig into this picture and let us know your true thoughts on it. Like, just go off on this 5-year-old.
Yeah, I was a victim to a little bit of a hacking on Instagram, but this picture, it just describes Juice. I mean, now he's got pretty expensive cowboy boots. And he likes to wear straw hats when we hang out. So not much has changed since his rodeo days. But
I can't believe that only got 55 likes.
that was early in the Instagram game.
I was a loser in 2014. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, threw a little throwback up on the gram. Didn't get no love, but yeah, I mean, there's probably pictures floating around of him now, 22 years old, wearing the same outfit.
Probably
like that.
look about
Yeah.
just like that.
Do you think if you would enter, he'd win a contest, age level?
Oh, probably.
Ain't no horse in this world that could hold me.
You get Clydesdale.
Yeah, that last one was a little hot.
You thought the last one was a little hot?
A little bit.
It's a nice gradual progression.
I think the
Got me
last one's
sweat.
hotter than this one.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Some of them linger a little harder. But you both had summer internships, so I'm just kind of curious. I'm sure viewers might be a little curious just what that was like, and just tell us if that's kind of something interested in your career. So you can go first, Juice, with where you worked and just the experience you gained.
So I worked at Ryan Homes last summer, as like a trainee for a project manager position. It was a really good time. Like, I've worked in construction all my life, and that was like, kind of what I plan on getting into. So I really enjoyed it, and they did a really good job at like, walking you through the position, teaching you about it and everything. So yeah, it was awesome.
That's great. Nice plug too. That's what we're getting. Plugging Cleveland businesses. And then Dom, what was your experience like? Was it in engineering?
Yeah, so I was an engineering intern at Swagelog. I'll actually be starting there full time in their career development program.
Yeah.
So a big boy job, but no, yeah, it was great. I mean, the people I worked with were real eager to help, and I think that's a big thing with an internship. You want people around you that'll help show you the ropes that have been there for a while. But I enjoyed it. It's a good company, and the people there are super nice, so I'm sure it'll make the transition pretty easy.
Do you guys think if you switched roles, you could do it? Do you think if you were in his shoes?
I couldn't do his. He could do mine. He could do mine. No, thing is like we've talked about it before, and he's even like said that he wouldn't mind like doing what I do, but I just don't have the knowledge to do what he does.
Didn't you say you were thinking about engineering?
Initially, yeah, and then I watched you struggle as bad as you did, and I was like, not a chance.
Yeah, those
I
freshmen.
went 3 semesters without deciding, and then it was like, maybe I'll change.
Yeah, those freshman meet-out classes were no joke. So. I'm starting to tingle a little bit. I don't know why.
For sure, but yeah, in the grand scheme of things, you both aren't really that heavyweights that long. Dom, you wrestled 1 year in college at 97/84. So what was it like going up to heavyweight that first year, and just tell some guys who are thinking about bumping to heavyweight, just what are some of the trials, tribulations, and some of the successes?
I'll go. So for me, I know I was a little on the lighter side my first year up at heavyweight, and you kind of need a little bit more weight behind you to not get pushed around so much. But I think as being a lighter guy, it kind of and being used to wrestling and scrambling in some positions, like if you could get to your positions and kind of out scramble guys that have always been heavyweights that aren't used to being put in those spots, that'll help you a lot. But definitely hitting the weights hard. Really embracing barrel season for sure. Hitting the weights hard, because I think strength's the biggest part. Like you could be like the best wrestler in the world, but if you don't got the strength and the weight behind you, like sometimes you'll just get squashed. But
What's your favorite thing to lift? What's your favorite exercise?
probably back squat. I mean,
yeah.
We do a lot of front squats, so I mean that's all right. But I like
that
back.
single leg
Yeah,
motion.
yeah. Functional strength.
And then Juice, what was it like coming into our program and starting heavyweight and then progressing 4 years through it?
So initially when I came in, I weighed probably like 225 or 230, and like all my senior year summer, I wrestled 97 all year. I gained probably like 30 pounds, whatever, and that's usually like what I cut in high school to get back down. But just coming in and knowing that, you know, Coach Gibbs like pulled me aside and he's like, you know, you're already at like 230. We have a great 97 that we're gonna have wrestle here for the next 2 years. Like, there's no reason to go to 97. Why don't you just get really big and really strong and stay up? And I was like, all right, I can do that, whatever. It obviously, I've always wrestled more of a heavyweight style, even when I was lighter. So it wasn't much of a change for me, but it was a change in the fact that everybody was so much bigger than me for the first like year and a half or 2 years. But
For sure. And then I'm sure it just gradually got better and better once you guys got up to size, and then
Yeah,
we're used
100%.
to it after a year.
yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome. How you guys feeling? That one wasn't too bad. It just kind of stays in your mouth a little longer. I mean, that's just kind of
That's a good one. I like that one.
yeah, that one wasn't too bad.
Starting to accumulate a little bit. I got some sweat rolling.
Yeah, I was asking. Just be careful around the eyes. That's all I gotta say.
I was gonna say.
I
Like,
was trying to. I was like wiping my eyes.
I keep almost wanting to go.
Yeah, no, get a new one. If
Just
you,
stay
if
on
you
the
need it.
cheeks as we
Yeah,
go.
or the eyes. But all right, let's keep rolling. You guys are doing great. This is awesome.
Yeah, you ain't had nobody put on a show like this
No,
yet.
we
huh?
haven't.
Oh, we feel that one right away. That one's a little different.
So you're both recently gonna, soon to be, BW graduates. I want to hear your top 5 favorite things about BW. As quick as you want, as slowly as you want. Just top 5 favorite things. Can't be wrestling. Dom, you can go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. Area, proximity to Cleveland. The campus is beautiful.
Sweat's starting to come.
The lifelong friends I've made, and let me get this last one out.
I think that's only 3.
What, 2 more?
Sticking to the no liquids, I respect it.
Yeah.
Careful on the eyes.
That might change here in a second.
Good luck, boys.
Yeah, you just go, Jared. I gotta take a
your
sip.
time.
I gotta take a sip here.
What are your top 5 favorite things?
Is that little bottle?
Yeah.
Oh god damn.
The best strategy is just to ignore that. It's just hard.
Yeah, let me ignore that.
Take a lap. Lots of laps.
Oh, I gotta go.
Dom's crying.
I ain't crying.
Don't throw up, it'll be worse.
You need an ice cube. Oh my god. Oh my god. You alright, Dom?
Let me go pee real quick.
What? Please wash your hands.
I will.
Okay.
I just had to take a phone call real quick. That didn't even sneak up on me. I knew it was coming.
That was a long phone call, bud.
Plenty of laps in this studio. Dear God.
I think I might have got a little too close to the eyes.
Oh no.
I'm not crying, I swear.
You don't wear contacts, do you?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, I'll say it. My paper towel, thank God, soaked up a lot of this.
Alrighty, let's get it. We're cleaning these wings off, folks. We're doing great. They're doing great, even though dramatics on the last one.
Yeah, I showed up hungry.
Check this one.
That's impressive, but it won't be a barrel story here on Hot One if I didn't mention the third man of the Three Stooges trio, Aiden Cartman. Fill the people in on who Aiden is, why he's such a great guy. Just, yeah, tell us who Aiden Cartman is.
Well, Aiden's our other boy. He's our other third. Could you stop? I'm trying to talk.
Oh, dude, that's the pollen. Allergies. It's allergy season.
So we watched in December. It is pollen season.
Yeah, but no, Aiden's a guy. He's one of us, you know.
Make him laugh.
No, I just want to get some.
Phone call.
Yo, you want to get another paper towel for me, please? No. Aiden's a lighter guy than us, so he's not technically considered one of our barrel brothers, but like I guess he's still in the trio. But you know, great dude.
Dude, whoa, don't cover up the logo.
It's TrueTan, dude. Alright, I need to refill on my juices.
Oh no, disaster strike.
It's getting chaotic. That one wasn't nearly as bad as the number 8.
That one goes down to the throat really hard. You'll see.
Dude, the crazy
It
thing
goes
is,
down and then like comes
for
back.
that one,
I'm breathing fire right now.
for that one, I was like, it's gonna be a whole lot easier if I just like hold it and then swallow it.
Nope.
It was
Now-
harder in the throat.
That's the wrong one. That's the throat killer. This one's just straight mouth. Everything hurts. This one's just straight death.
How are we doing in comparison to other people? Better, worse?
To be fair, no one stood up.
Whoa, what?
Actually, that's a lie. Dahl and I stood up, but
It's not as good as I
they're
thought.
doing all right. No one synced it till the end, or got a phone call till the end. So you're doing all right. You're doing about the same, I'd say.
I just.
No one's been so crazy that I'm like, wow, this is insane, and no one's done so like, is this dude even does he even have a tongue? So you're doing all right. See, it's hard to do no liquid. That
What did we get through?
Did
Like
we go
5 or
long-
6?
Did we go longest without liquids?
Yes. I think Patron Decatur started this one. Dawn started wing 1. He just needed some water, man. Just progressively drink.
Oh my god. How bad is this last one?
It's there. So boys, it's tradition around here to put a little extra. Hot Ones, please sponsor. It's tradition around here. Put a little extra on the last wing in honor of the last dab. So that's what we're gonna do. You can do it if you want to. You don't have to.
Hey,
You boys
I
want
mean,
to. You guys
It's tradition.
are making Hot Ones a wrestler tradition, being the first ones to put your own dabs on. It doesn't have to be that much, I promise.
how much is that much? Good?
I'm gonna put a
Oh
lot.
yeah, that's plenty.
Is that what you got?
Yeah. You could match me, do more.
Tom
do
just
a little-
faked it. He faked it. He's kidding. Okay, there you go.
Oh, that's good. That's plenty.
Yeah, let him know I'm not faking.
That is a Hot Ones first too. Yeah, use the camera.
The close
Let's
up.
go. That's why we get the barrels on here.
I can't let him know I'm faking.
Get you guys going. Alrighty.
I don't
Tom's
even.
crying.
I
You
don't
can
even
cheers
want-
if you want. Oh,
Cheers.
cheers, boys.
You guys
All
ready
right.
to cry?
Well, boys, we made it to the Hot Ones of Wrestler Mountaintop. 10 wings up, 10 wings down, fully boned, I might add. Or fully ate, all meat's gone, no chicken died. In vain for the barrels. We've talked about your careers. We've talked about other guys on the wrestling team. What do we got to look for the barrels? Dom, you talked about it a little bit. What do we got to look forward to in your career as a professional?
hopefully just enjoying myself, doing the best job I can. Hopefully getting some coaching back home, being able to hopefully be involved in some more of my brother's success would be awesome. So definitely looking forward to excelling in my professional career as an engineer, but also giving back to my community in wrestling also.
Now, what are you looking for as a professional, Juice? What are you looking to get into?
Well, so I'm gonna obviously look for a job, but I'm gonna stay here. I plan on going back to BW next year, being an assistant or volunteer assistant coach. I'm not gonna leave the area. I mean, I'll be around. Probably the most I'll live away for like 15 minutes. So I'm gonna keep enjoying spending time with the boys. Hopefully continue to add success to this BW program that's grown so much in the last few years. But yeah.
Speaking like true BW wrestlers, speaking like true soon-to-be professionals, guys, whatever else you got to say to the camera, please do. Thank you for being on Hot Ones with Wrestlers. It's been awesome. That camera, and only that camera. Let the people know what else you got to say. Floor is yours.
Subscribe to TrueTan Wrestling, best wrestling content out there from a great friend, great teammate, everything. He deserves it.
Absolutely what he said. Go buy your merch. Go buy that merch.
Yeah. Woo! Congratulations, boys. Good job.